Just in, China announces 10 to 15% tariffs on U.S. oil, agriculture machinery, coal, and LNG right after Trump's tariffs on the country take effect. Recent tariffs wars, with Canada and Mexico caused the crypto market to dump, with Bitcoin dipping to $92,000. And, I'm sure everyone in the crypto markets at this point is aware of this, but, just as you thought the market is picking up, this announcement is coming. So what kind of impact could this have on the market? We're going to kind of go over that. But yeah, if this is your first time coming onto the Crypto ZX channel, please consider subscribing, commenting down below, and I will continue to give you guys daily updates. But, as we did start off the week itself, it started off on a really positive note, especially considering what happened over the last 3 days, especially yesterday, one of the biggest, drops in quite some time, for the crypto markets. And, in terms of liquidation as well, you guys know, it was one of the biggest liquidation events, about $2 billion to be exact, liquidated in just a matter of 1 day. But of course, we heard some good announcement earlier, Monday, which of course was, Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau says, tariffs are caused after, paused after a discussion with President Trump. And the same thing happened with Mexico. And that really had a positive impact on the crypto market. And of course, there was that executive order that was signed as well. But, right now specifically, we need to factor some other things in and really consider that and, obviously analyze the price of XRP. But, if you're looking across the board right now, a lot of green, as you can see. XRP, to be specific, is currently sitting at $2.58. It's up 11% in USD, up 8% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap approaching $148 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume approaching 20 billion. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. Look at this. Donald Trump signed an executive order to begin the process of creating a sovereign wealth fund. And again, if this includes Bitcoin, this is a game changer in my opinion. You're looking at, of course, big things happening right now in terms of, this would include crypto, obviously, that still is up in the air. Speculations occurring, but Eric Trump, tweeted that, it's a good time to be owning Ethereum. So is that kind of hinting this? Again, obviously I'm just speculating right now, but, Donald Trump and the Trump administration have been quite positive about cryptocurrencies and the adoption and the innovation to stay within the country. So I wouldn't be surprised, but do let me know in the comments down below what you guys think about that. But moving forward, tomorrow, look at this, David Sachs, Donald Trump's crypto czar, is set to address the media tomorrow at 2 p.m. on plans, to secure America as a leader in the digital asset in, ecosystem. To let me know down below whether or not we're going to hear some positive things about that. But, tomorrow is a big day as well, as far as that is concerned. And we're talking about 2 p.m. Eastern time, 2:30 p.m. Eastern time. But yeah, we'll see. Of course, we'll keep you guys covered what we hear. But look at this, and then I'll pull out the charts. Shout out to Smoke. XRP, XLM, and HBAR mentioned on NASDAQ. And what is, a similarity between these three? Of course, all are, layer 1 projects. And on top of that, they are US-based projects. And you can see this for yourself. Listen closely. You are watching mainstream media wake up in real time to the immense potential that ISO 20022 will bring to the crypto markets. What was once dismissed as speculation is now being acknowledged by the very institutions that shape global finance. And to add on top of this, these very institutions, a few years back were talking so negative about crypto, and all of a sudden they, want to adopt it. They're all big fans of crypto, which again, just tells you how much big money is coming in. And I think we haven't even seen, what's coming yet, especially when banks start offering crypto to their clients. I think that is where, mainstream really takes, to another level. But yeah, let's move forward. Price is simply an attention grabber. It's what gets people talking. Totally agree with that. But the real story lies beneath the surface. Infrastructure is being built, regulatory clarity is forming, and the financial system is quietly aligning with the blockchain-based solutions that will reshape global payments, trade, and value exchange. The clips below are early warning signs before trillions of dollars in capital flows into the handful of crypto asset position at the center of the transformation. By the time the masses realize what's happening, the window of opportunity will have already been closed. And I can argue, in terms of an opportunity standpoint, depending on, BTC, I think that opportunity is all already out of the blue. Even Ethereum. Obviously, XRP in terms of dollar cost, the potential it has valuation wise, maybe there is an opportunity there, but in terms of ETH, especially BTC, who has $100,000 USD laying around to pick up one BTC? No one. I'm not saying no one. Sorry, I apologize. But in terms of a regular day-to-day individual, there's a very, very small percentage of people that can afford BTC. So that really tells you what's happening. And, projects that bring utility, the ones that are going to be helping these infrastructure developments, with these massive corporations are the ones that I think that are going to evolve over the next long haul. So, these are some factors we need to consider, but let's take a look at the price. So I've been quite clear, and my overall analysis has not changed at all. And people will need to start realizing, why I'm saying this. I said in my last few updates, even in my market analysis update that went live a few hours back, I said that the dominance, even though people are bouncing around, and today a lot of people are getting excited. Yes, guys, market is booming. We're picking up again. This is the time to be getting excited. But we need to understand we're talking about one of the biggest drops in the crypto space in a single day. So there is going to come a time where you do see a little bit of a bounce, before the market kind of balances out. And if you are looking at it from this perspective, look at it. Even though we have seen a double-digit gainer for a lot of coins today, now if you're still looking at the last 7 days, you're still seeing double-digit red for a lot of coins. What does this tell you? This move was massive towards the downside. And I'm not getting excited at all right now because I've said this in my HBAR update. If you did end up watching it, the dominance is just too high right now. It's too high right now to be getting excited by any means. This is something I focus so much on, and I'm very confident, this tool pretty much has played out for me most of the time in the past. And, I'm pretty much basing it off of this. It's literally sitting at almost 62%. And it's pretty much on the verge of yet again picking up and potentially could fill this wick. And I've been speaking about this wick specifically to you guys. There's a chance of us to fill this wick again. And if BTC shakes out again, this could be a possibility. Let's see how the market reacts to this specific news. But yeah, Bitcoin right now is sitting below $100,000, and I want you guys to understand, BTC made its way back down to $98,000 just a few hours ago. We got supported by this range, of course, as to be expected, a major support, but you don't want to see the support being lost, because if this support gets lost, we could be making our way down to the likes of 95, potentially seeing yet again another retest at 92.5, which of course will cause this dominance to fill the wick or even go higher. And guess what that's going to do to the altcoins? They're going to go down more, in my opinion. So, that's why I'm paying very close attention to BTC right now, as well as dominance, and I think you guys should be doing that as well. But let's take a look at what's happening with XRP's price, because I am very impressed, but at the same time, I'm not really surprised what price of XRP is doing, and that's what I want you guys to realize. So look at this. XRP's price, of course, had that major flush. One of the craziest candles that I have seen in my 8 years in crypto. I've seen something obviously worse before as well, but this is one of the worst ones. But you can see XRP's price went down to $1.76, and it saw a recovery of 60%. A 60% recovery, massive recovery. If you timed this right, I know some people were in the comments saying they did, so shout out to you guys. But what I'm trying to really show you guys here is that the market will have these types of moves. If external factors impact and the global economy, Bitcoin is going to react in a negative way, and that will impact the likes of XRP, the likes of HBAR, and pretty much every asset. And you did see XRP really showing that it's not an exception. But look at this recovery, a 60% bounce back in the 23.6 fib zone. That really tells you where the prices are really heading in the long term. And I still don't think the bull market is over, but you really want to see more developments regarding this specific situation. I think can have an impact on the crypto markets in the short term. But again, I think it's going to be short-lived. If they come up with some sort of agreement, I do believe, market bounces. But right now, if you are a, XRP holder, you want to be watching very closely at this $97,000 key support for BTC. You don't want to see this lose, and you don't want the dominance, picking up higher. If it's able to do that, I do personally believe, XRP's price could start making its way down to the likes of $2.45, or potentially even, falling down to the likes of $2.29 and filling the wick back down to this range. I hate to say it, but this is something that I'm realistically still thinking about. Obviously, the probability of that happening, it's never going to be 100% probability, but you need to factor it in from every single angle. And right now, I want to keep that thing in my obviously mind and in my analysis. But you got to look at the bigger picture, right? Aside from the dollar price point, as Smoke showed in the article, people focus on the price mostly, but just ignore what's happening for the project itself, the innovation, the expansion, and that's something that I want you guys to focus on as well. If you've done your due diligence research and have invested what you can afford to lose, then patience is your number one key to follow. Stay away from leverage trading platforms. Don't leverage trade. Let yesterday be a learning lesson for you. People that were using small amounts of leverage got wiped out, and that should just tell you how manipulated leverage trading platform really is. So I want you guys to stay away from that. Let me know down below what you guys think. Love each and every one of you guys. Thank you for all your support. We'll see you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.